Hello everyone, Digital Circus Theory is with you, and today we will discuss a very exciting topic. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and finally click on this bell. And we're starting. Pomni is a nervous and slightly insane harlequin, a 25-year-old girl who accidentally got into a digital circus. The most interesting thing is that unlike other characters of the same people stuck in the circus, she does not behave as calmly as they do. Is she the next one to go crazy? Or has it already happened? This video is about Harlequino in an amazing digital circus and his main character with the talking name Pomni. In fact, this character means much more to the circus than it seems, and not only because she is the main character, but also because she came to this circus with perhaps the main mission, around which whole plots will revolve, and from the very beginning in the pilot they tell us about it almost directly: exit. And where in fact is the way out of this circus? Does he really not exist? Then what are these mysterious doors that appear and disappear? Pomni has been in some of them, and maybe if she had made it to the end, she could have gotten out of this circus. I have no doubt that we will have a theme with the release until the very end of this series, and maybe all the heroes will be able to get out of here, if, of course, they survive. We do not forget that we still have a great opportunity to survive, but at the same time it can be taken away from us. After all, 2 episodes showed the ambiguity of this amazing digital circus, a lot of entertainment and adventures. At the same time, somewhere nearby there is a separate world with black monsters, and each of us may well turn out to be one. And what significance can the main character Pomni have for the circus? The name itself already hints that she will have some very important role here. The name Pomni already tells us that everything around is not real. Pomni refers us to the urge to remember who we really are. The rest of the characters have long since come to terms with their new names and their new lives. Pomni is a Russian word meaning English reminder. It would be much clearer when she was called Remember. But to make her name much more mysterious and incomprehensible, it is better to do it in another language, and then in Russian they hit the point of Pomni, and it can't mean anything else. Or maybe Pomni is a reference to her name. This is the urge to remember. The others look at her like she's crazy. And the main prankster of the Jax company does not miss the moment to laugh at her. But what is most interesting, she sees something that no one has seen all the time in the circus. Exit. At least of all those who are currently in this company. Pomni is a pretty special character. And not only with his name. Many have already noted her behavior in this unusual situation, that this is the behavior of a normal person. This is exactly how we should react when we get into another world: panic, constant questions about the exit, his search, Matt's even when told not to swear. Sometimes she gets stormy and hangs up. She's still trying to figure it out. And what's going on? Hence the next question: is she going crazy? There's nothing easier than going crazy in this digital world that you can't get out of. We already had such a fellow clown Kaufma who went crazy and scattered. He, like Pomni, was looking for a way out, and he was so obsessed with it that he covered the whole room with this word, and even began to draw some very creepy drawings with the same name, exit. He even painted it somewhere. And yes, in the episode, they did not miss the moment to compare Kaufmo with Pomni, that he was raving about the exit, that this one. But Pomni, she just got into this circus and reacts quite normally, and Kaufman apparently has been here for quite a long time and behaved very decently. Joked, told jokes, was the soul of the company, and in my opinion, Kaufmo was the only person you wouldn't get bored with, the only character who diffused the situation at all. He, in my opinion, always treated this terrible situation with humor, but even such a strong personality as Kaufmo dissipated. But to become absent-minded, is it necessary to go crazy? We already have a couple of such unstable personalities in the company. Pomni, who is constantly stressed due to circumstances, and a chronic Kinger alarmist. So why didn't it dissipate? Almost all the symptoms are the same. He is twitchy, psychotic, sometimes he can hang up and suddenly scream. In my opinion, Kinger has already gone crazy. He behaves extremely inappropriately, even in the most calm situations. So there must be some additional factor. In the video about Kaufmo, I put forward the theory that supposedly Kaufmo could meet with the scattered in the basement and get infected from them. This is indicated by one of his paintings, where Kaufmo is depicted together with a distracted one, as if he had met one of his past friends. The very fact that he drew this creature at all may already indicate that Kaufmo saw this monster. He could stumble upon it just in search of an exit, as well as Pomni, who opened various strange doors. And there are quite a lot of them here, and one of them is the way out. Pomni, he led into the void, and Kaufmo into the basement, so Kaufmo got infected with the glitch effect, after which he hid in his room without seeking help from Kane, who could still cure him at this stage. It remains only a mystery. Where did the first scattered ones come from? If this is a glitch infection, it is transmitted by touch, but apparently this is not the first time this has happened. And Kane, without unnecessary emotion, sends Kaufmo to the basement. For him, this is a fairly common thing, and other scattered monsters may be the very characters that are crossed out on the doors. Did they all try to find a way out? Or does the search for it lead to the character going crazy? And is this a kind of punishment or a system failure? It's not just that Kane shouted out that the character could deteriorate in the void when he discovered Pomni. Just a little more, and she could have been subjected to this scattering. It is still unknown. I think everything will be revealed with the release of further episodes, but then I wonder how it can all end if there is no way out. But at the same time, the pilot hints that it seems to be there. It remains to pull off some kind of manipulation in order not to disperse, not to go completely crazy and get out of this digital circus. Maybe after a couple of episodes, Pomni will take up the search for this exit again. We'll ask about Kaufmo. And how did he disperse? What could have prompted this dispersion, and why did he, a cheerful character who constantly told jokes, suddenly want to come out? Pomni in the end may seem like the key. The main character is the way to escape from this digital world. I'm sending you back to the beginning, where I talked about the meaning of the name Pomni. Perhaps for a while she will forget about her past life, and then suddenly she will remember who she was and that she needs to get out of here. This is not a real world. It's always some kind of Groundhog Day, and you have to live through useless adventures that the creator himself has prepared for you. Well, or the artificial intelligence of the circus. Why is this all for which, anyway, you need to get out to freedom? So I have no doubt that, remember, in the end, can get out and pull the rest. The remaining survivors for sure. Isn't that her main idea? Maybe it will dissipate itself, no matter how banal it sounds. Yes, bad endings also take place. Although I would not really like Pomni to dissipate, and that would be the end of it for us. I would like to note that Pomni is still strong in spirit. She is ready to go through all the tests to the end and make new friends. I hope she's going to be okay. And what do you think will happen to Pomni and how the amazing digital circus can end? Write your theories and your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.